Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, Writing Practices. In today's video, I'll walk you through how to write a formal complaint letter that gets results. Whether you're addressing a faulty product, poor service, or billing errors, this guide will help you craft a professional and effective letter. Let's dive right in and ensure your concerns are addressed with the seriousness they deserve. Sender's information. The first step in writing a formal complaint letter is to include your personal details at the top. This section should contain your full name, address, email, and phone number. Why is this important? Including these details ensures the recipient knows exactly who is lodging the complaint and how to contact you for follow-up. Without accurate information, your complaint may go unresolved simply because they couldn't reach you. Take a moment to double-check this section for accuracy. Date. Next, add the date you're writing the letter. This is a standard component of formal correspondence and provides a clear timeline for when your complaint was submitted. The date also helps establish accountability, as it allows you to reference specific timeframes in case of delays or disputes later. For example, January 30th, 2025. Recipient's information. After the date, include the recipient's details. If you know the person's name and job title, such as Customer Service Manager, include it here. Otherwise, you can address it more generally, like to whom it may concern. Also, include the name of the company, their address, and any other relevant details. Providing this information makes your letter more professional and directed. If possible, research the appropriate contact person for complaints. It increases the likelihood of a timely and effective response. Subject line. The subject line is a critical part of your complaint letter. Keep it clear and to the point. For example, formal complaint regarding billing error or formal complaint about defective product. A concise subject line ensures your letter is categorized correctly and the recipient understands the purpose of your correspondence at a glance. Salutation. Begin the letter with a respectful greeting, such as Dear Recipient's Name or Dear Customer Service Manager. If the specific contact isn't known, to whom it may concern is acceptable. A professional salutation sets the tone for the rest of your letter. Opening paragraph. In the opening paragraph, state your complaint clearly and concisely. Mention the specific issue, the date it occurred, and the impact it has had on you. For example, I am writing to formally express my dissatisfaction with the defective product I purchased from your store on specific date. This defect has caused significant inconvenience as it has not functioned as advertised. This section is your opportunity to grab the recipient's attention. Be direct yet polite, ensuring your frustration is clear without coming across as overly aggressive. First body paragraph. In the first body paragraph, provide detailed context about the issue. Explain what happened, including any relevant dates, interactions, or events. For instance, on specific date, I purchased product name from your online store. Upon receiving the product, I noticed describe the issue, such as, it was damaged, or it failed to operate as described. I immediately contacted your customer service team on date and was assured that the issue would be resolved promptly. However, as of today, no resolution has been provided. Details are essential in this section. They help the recipient fully understand the situation and show that your complaint is valid and well documented. Avoid vague statements and focus on specific events and facts. Second body paragraph. Now, in the second body paragraph, highlight any previous attempts you've made to resolve the issue. Mention who you spoke to, what actions were promised, and why these efforts were unsuccessful. For example, I called your customer service line on date and spoke with name if available. They assured me that a replacement would be shipped within 7 business days. However, it has now been 3 weeks, and I have received neither the replacement nor an update on the status of my request. By including this information, you demonstrate that you've made reasonable efforts to address the problem and are now escalating the issue through formal channels. Third body paragraph. In the third paragraph, state the resolution you seek and explain why it's reasonable. Be specific and polite. For example, I am requesting a full refund for the defective product, as it is no longer usable. Additionally, I ask for an apology for the inconvenience caused. I trust that this resolution will be handled promptly to restore my confidence in your company. Providing a clear resolution shows that you're not simply complaining, but offering a constructive way to resolve the issue. This makes it easier for the recipient to take actionable steps. Supporting documents. Mention any supporting documents you've attached to your letter. For example, attached to this letter are copies of my receipt, photos of the defective product, and previous correspondence with your customer service team. Providing evidence strengthens your complaint and minimizes back-and-forth communication. It gives the recipient all the information they need to investigate and resolve the issue quickly. Closing paragraph. The closing paragraph is where you thank the recipient for their attention and set a reasonable timeline for a response. For example, thank you for your attention to this matter. I trust that you will address this issue within 7 business days. Please feel free to contact me at your phone number or your email address if you require additional information or clarification. This section balances professionalism with firmness. By specifying a time frame, you establish expectations without sounding demanding. Closing and signature. Conclude your letter with "sincerely," followed by your full name. If sending a physical letter, leave space for your signature. This formal ending reinforces the seriousness of your complaint. And that's how you write an effective formal complaint letter. Remember, clarity, professionalism, and supporting evidence are key to resolving your issue. If this guide was helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Writing Practices for more tips on professional and personal correspondence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.